Hi, it's Juanita from Energy Gateways UK. So today's topic, it's cold, it's gone back to winter weather, and I was calling the directions. Every morning I talk to nature. For some of you it may sound silly, for others you'll understand what I'm talking about. So I talk to the energies, I talk to the powers, I talk to the grass, I talk to Tonkashala, I talk to the Great Spirit, I talk to Mother Earth. And I'm listening for guidance. For the topics, I usually connect to feel what it is that they wish me to talk about. So there are two topics. I'm going to do two videos today, and the first one is really focusing on the inner child part of you, the inner child part of you, the part of you that maybe is fearful, panicky, feels insecure. So an exercise that I find really useful, and has been useful for many clients over the years, is to close your eyes, hold a cushion. And for those of you who have children, you'll recognize this. And for those of you who don't have children, is to imagine. So sit with a cushion and imagine that that cushion is a child part of you, the child part, or even the adult part that's fearful, that's scared, that's uncertain. Because that part within us is looking for reassurance, is looking for authority figure, looking for our parents, our loving unconditional parents. So if in reality your parents weren't like that when you were a child, so imagine the earth, imagine the Mother Earth, the Father Son. Imagine unconditional support. Because when you focus on that part of yourself that is feeling jumpy, feeling a bit nervous, a little bit panicky, I've talked in my other videos about exploring whether that actually all belongs to you or belongs to somebody else. But in this exercise, we're going to focus on the part of you that is fearful, the part of you that is panicky, the part of you that's uncertain about the future. So hold that cushion and with your eyes closed in your imagination, speak to that child part or the adult part and say, and hug the cushion and say, I'm here. I'm listening. Tell me, what are you scared about? What are you fearful about? What are you carrying? You can tell me now because I'm listening. So just go with the first thing that springs to mind as into response. For those of you who have imagination, you can imagine a child self on your lap or the adult sitting in front of you. And allow in your mind the first words in response that come up, because they're usually the first things that usually come up in our imagination or our mind. That's really the clue. That's really the answer. You might need to have a pen and paper beside you so you can write these things down. Then shut your eyes and go back to focusing on that child part or that adult part. And be open to hear huge panic, like, oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what to do. I'm feeling so unsafe. I'm feeling frightened. I'm needing help. I'm needing security. Just as a child would. In reality, for those of you who have children or those of you who've seen children who've been upset or tearful, that intensity, that rawness of energy needs expression and also needs security, reassurance. So when you're able to give some time and space to those thoughts and those feelings, write them down. Listen first before you do reassurance. I know a lot of people tend to jump in to say, oh yes, I'm all right, yes, you're okay, yes, everything's fine, you'll be okay. But that's not listening. You need to listen first to that part of you that wants to express something. No no matter how awful or how difficult or how painful that is listen. Write it down. And then from your heart, imagine that you are extending love, extending a cord of light to that child part of you. And that connection is going to that adult part or the child part of you with bright light and a feeling of love. And this is where imagination and physically feeling it, making it as real as possible, is very important. It's a feeling in the heart, it's a feeling in the body that is about connection. The mind has all kinds of concepts, but the energy is in the body, the energy is in your heart, the energy is in all of nature around us, the earth. So then respond to that child part of you, the adult part, who's expressed all those fears, all the concerns, the worries, the feelings of insecurity. What am I going to do? I'm not going to survive. And tell her through your body, through your heart, through your feelings, that you will get through this. Yes, be truthful. It is going to be a challenge. It might be difficult. It might be emotional. But tell that part of you, you are there for that part, for that child part, for that adult part. You are there to be with him or her. Feeling secure, feeling certainty, feeling loved is really important to those parts of ourselves. And the whole world at the moment, unfortunately, is being triggered in different ways. But the guidance that I've been receiving every day is that we need to acknowledge those feelings that we're carrying, release the feelings and thoughts and energy that doesn't belong to us, release that, see my other videos to how to release that, and we need to focus on love, loving those parts of ourselves, loving the fear, giving expression, and helping it focus on something positive. Write a journal of all the positive things, the loving things, the thoughts that you've done today. So with this child part of you, with this cushion, hug it. Ask the child part, ask the adult part, do you want a hug? Do you want love? Do you want connection? So feel that love, visualize that love as a colour through a cord that's connecting you and that part of yourself. Take some deep breaths, and as you would to the child part or the adult part, it doesn't want big grand thoughts. It wants to feel loved. It wants to feel secure. So a lot of my clients, what I suggest is you then pick up a blanket or a sheet or a scarf and you tie it around yourself and hold it really, really, really tight. And as you squeeze it in around your shoulders, you will feel as if you are being hugged. So give that part of yourself love. But it's the feeling, the physical sensation. Make it a light, but feel it in your body. Reassure that part of you. Hug that part of you. And say that we will get through this. And don't lie and say it may be a challenge, but I am here every step of the way with you. So another tip, I hope that helps, and I'll continue on my walk. You know, when we're able to go out for these walks, it's fantastic if you can take time to be silent and really connect with the energy of nature. If you're constantly talking with the people you walk with, you're not necessarily going to feel that love from the earth. Mother Nature loves us. So when you walk out, feel with every fibre of your being, from your heart, Feel that energy from the earth, from the sky, from the wind, even though it's cold today. Acknowledge them all. Tell them all, the earth, the sky, the air, the trees, the plants, how much you love them. Hug them. At the moment, we can't touch other people apart from our family and our immediate person who's with us. So hug nature. Feel, touch nature. Give nature your love. So, I'll see you again. The other thing is you might want to look out walking in nature. I've put a page, Facebook page. Add your own videos of your walks, add your own photos. I'm going to share that. So walking in nature. Bye. See you tomorrow.